Hi, welcome to the PoliticAL update with me, Alexandra Acker-Lyons. I pay attention to the political news so you don't have to. This is the advice I give my millionaire clients, and you get it for free. It is Saturday, January 31st, and boy, am I glad I didn't record yesterday because holy cow, a lot of news happened. So let's get into it. Candidate news. First up, Amy Klobuchar made it official, announced her gubernatorial run. She joined Electing Women Alliance for a call on Wednesday evening, right before her announcement Thursday morning, and was still being quite coy about everything, but really said that the recent events had had such an impact on her because, of course, and she was so affected by what happened, but so determined. And it was just great to hear from her. And then also had the opportunity to join Governor Walz and Mayor Frey on a call on Thursday. And they're just incredible humans. And Tim Walz in particular, stepping aside for the good of the state and the good of the party, and saying that, it's now his mission to uplift the stories of all of the people who are heroes in Minneapolis, whose names we don't know. Just really incredible. So it is worth noting that Amy Klobuchar cannot transfer her federal funds over to her gubernatorial race. So she's starting from scratch with fundraising. And I will put a link in the notes so that everyone can go give what they can and support this important leader in an important state in an incredibly important time. Also wanted to note Alex Vindman raised $1.7 million in the first 24 hours after announcing his Senate bid for Florida. I'm a huge fan of Alex, obviously, given everything he did to step up for what's right in our country and come out publicly in the Trump impeachment. We also were at SUNY Binghamton at the same time, but I didn't know him. So have some love for my fellow New Yorker and fellow SUNY beer. And then Matt Mahan, the mayor of San Jose, has announced that he is going to jump into the already very crowded California governor's race. Matt's an old friend. He's a great guy. And I am still 100% Katie Porter in that race. But, we have a lot of Democrats running here, and we're going to start to need to see some consolidation around a handful of candidates because the two Republican candidates are still polling 1 and 2 in the top 2 primary. And I don't expect that to be the case on primary day. And I'm not as worried about 2 Republicans making it into the top 2, but we've got a lot of good people running in California, and we need to start seeing some folks, hopefully Katie, emerge from that pack. Also, just wanted to note Minnesota candidates crushed it in special elections this week. And now we have divided control of the Minnesota State Senate. So that is really exciting, and hopefully they'll be able to get even more done there. Okay, political news. Woo! So much. So first of all, protest works, guys. Everything that we collectively have been doing across the country, especially the people in Minnesota, has worked. And hopefully these statements this week about ICE pulling back in Minnesota, the changing of the guard, as it were, and other steps are a direct result of things like the strike yesterday and everyone just continuing to call attention to these issues. So yay. Also, Democrats found a spine. Woohoo! And they did something. They stood up and said, we are not going to vote for this DHS bill with this current ICE funding. We're going to have a brief partial government shutdown this weekend because the House was not in session. They'll come back and vote Monday night. But we now have 2 weeks to negotiate. And so keep up the pressure on our senators. Some of them voted for the bill with the bill to go forward. Some of them did not. We can get into all of that, but most importantly, they stood up collectively and said no, and hopefully it will help us get some change. Worth noting, all of the potential 2028 presidential candidates voted no on that bill. That was not surprising to me. The Epstein files were released yesterday. Holy cow, you guys. They are so bad. They are so much worse than I thought they were going to be. Specifically, some of the stuff around Trump. These people are monsters. They just see these young girls as not even human, just, sex toys for them to play with. It is beyond disgusting. There are so many men named in these files. It is really atrocious. So there are some summaries. The New York Times has done a bunch on this, but don't turn away. The fact that more of these people are not in jail is just beyond appalling. In happier news, I am on my dear friend Nan Whaley's podcast, Carry As You Climb. Some of you may know Nan. She is the former mayor of Dayton, Ohio. She ran for governor of Ohio in 2022. She is an old friend of mine, and she has a wonderful podcast talking about women in leadership and Carry As You Climb, helping bring people up as you go. So I really encourage everyone to go check it out. Not just my episode, but all the episodes. She interviews Amy Acton and some other amazing leaders in Ohio and around the country. And I am just so deeply honored that she asked me to appear on Carry As You Climb. So give that a listen. Finally, shout out of the week, Bruce Springsteen, the boss, the man, my hero. I have been a giant Bruce fan since I was little. I grew up in the New York, New Jersey area where he and Billy Joel and Bon Jovi were just like gods. Have seen him in concert many times, and his new incredible song, Streets of Minneapolis, is worth listening to over and over and over again. And then we lost the late, great Catherine O'Hara. I rewatched Best in Show over the Christmas break, which is just so good, and she's amazing in it, and gone too soon. So thank you all. Keep it up. One more thing. The next No Kings protest is going to be March 28th. So mark your calendars because, like I said, what we're doing is working. Keep going. Thanks.